Welcome back. So we're still sitting in with Corinne Carlton, and she's now an author. We know her obviously from broadcasting. At one point, you know, I had a great massage at her spa. So she is a master of all trades of sorts. These days, she's pouring out her heart
Hmm.
in this book, My Heart, the story of broken and healed. And it really is a book of poetry.
It is.
I want to hear about the story, the backstory, the real story behind the writing of these poems.
Oh, you're gonna make me shiver now, right? Okay, so this is a book where I think you would be able to identify with something in it, and when you're going through life and you can't figure out exactly um, what to say, how to say, who to say it to, what to do with the thoughts, what to do with what's going on in your heart, what to do with what's going on in your mind, and sometimes you write it down and then probably 4 or 5 years later you got a book that is there that you can't find and you don't do anything with it, but now you've grown older, you've developed, you've been able to change and pass on and everything, and the book is there, the notes or whatever. That's this. Sometimes you get over those cracks. I don't want to call them broken hearts because a broken heart means it can't be mended,
Yes.
so I call them cracks, and you are able to pen those cracks. So I penned cracks, and a crack doesn't necessarily have to be from a boyfriend. It could be my sister, it could be my closest friend, it could be God maybe broke my heart.
Just things that happen going
Yes,
through life.
yes.
So day to day life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear how it came together. In terms of, you know, how these cracks came together to make this complete book. Did it happen over a year, a few years? How long did it take you to put it all
This,
together?
take, this took 2 decades to, and well, this is actually just a smidgen of all that I've written because I've been writing since I was 13. And this took about 20 years for me to finally decide, all right, let me do something with this. I used to do open mics with, wait, Kioma. Kioma, how are you? And those other guys, Sun Rock and those guys, we used to do some open mics and stuff. And after a while, I just wasn't feeling the open mics, but I was still writing and I was still sharing. And I realized that sometimes I needed to share this a little bit more as I got older with people.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because as you get older, you realize that your story, a lot of the times, is not a unique one.
no,
There are
it's
other
not.
people out there who
Exactly.
have very similar experiences,
Hmm.
and I don't know if it's a little sinister to say that you can take solace in knowing that other people are going through
Yeah.
sometimes when you're going through really deep, dark things.
Although you feel that you're the only one that's going through it at that particular point in time, I actually wrote a poem called "Don't Tell Me About the Other Person Who Doesn't Have a Foot," because you know your foot is hurting you so bad and it feels like it's gonna drop off, and oh Lord, help me with this foot. And somebody opens up their mouth and go like, listen, at least you got a foot,
Somebody doesn't have a foot.
but mine is hurting
Yeah,
me.
I have a friend named Neil who he says that all the time. Do not tell me about the other person
Do
who
you
has less, you
understand?
know?